Yo, what's up, people? Welcome in. Hope everyone's doing well. If you've got any questions about health, well-being, mental health, and etc. Thank you for the like, whoever that is. Might do a couple of exercises, maybe some sit-ups and stuff. So, yeah. But I think I walked over 20,000 steps today. Oh, quite a lot of steps, really. Probably burnt off like 1,000 calories just from that. So, if you're in a cut, you want to try and lose weight, just burn it through. You can just do loads of walking. It's going to help to burn more calories. And you don't even need to really cut your calories down that much if you're doing it that way. So if you're used to, say, doing 10,000 steps a day, you might want to up it to 15,000 calories a day. Sorry, not calories, I mean steps. Hello, Foxy, what's up? So if you're trying to, let's say you do go from 10,000 steps a day to 15,000 steps a day, you might be looking at, maybe like burning off a couple of 100 extra calories just from doing that. And then if you're eating the same amount of food, then you're probably going to be burning off 200 less calories, unless your NEAT is lower. Just make sure that you're making sure that your NEAT isn't going down. So this is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Just try to keep your metabolism up, and it's unlikely that you'll burn 200 less through NEAT, but yeah, that's something I would recommend, is walking a lot. But walking is not very catabolic, so it's not gonna increase your hunger. That's the good thing about, you can walk all day and you don't get hungry like you would, say, if you're doing loads of resistance training, high intensity interval training. Hello, Specs Appeal, good to see you. How are you doing? Hi, Pankaj's perspective. What language? It's English. Make sure you like the live, people. Share the live if you can, guys. That'd be really appreciated. You burn lots of calories. Yes, I do. So I'll show you where we're at now with the body. It's I think we'll get a bit more defined, maybe. I don't know. Might be a bit too soon to tell, but hello, Lewis. Good to see you. It's not the best lighting, really, but yeah. It's like, you'll kind of notice it when you just try to pinch your fat and there's less there, but it's such a gradual thing that it's kind of hard to tell. But as you get say leaner, it becomes more and more obvious as you get leaner, because say if someone's going from, say, I don't know, 20% down to 15%, they'll notice something, but then going from 15 to 10 is going to be a lot more noticeable. So yeah, thank you, Foxy. Yeah. All right, shall we do a few exercises then? I might have a do some single leg burpees. They're good for building leg strength, because it's a unilateral. So yeah, so I'll show you what I mean. It's something I've been kind of working on a bit. So yeah, I'm just going to try and get some more videos out soon. I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about next, but if you keep doing it, then eventually, the algorithm will pick it up. So I think, consistency is key with it, really. So yeah, just yeah. Right, so what we do, let's just stand up. So you're gonna Thank you, Mark. Yeah, how you doing? Is your foot feeling better? What do you mean? Say anything about my foot? Hi, Optimal family. How are you doing? Thank you, Foxy. Yeah, it's a good exercise. Yeah. It's a good balance of strength and cardio. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? Yeah. Did a few dips earlier at the park. I'm actually going to a park tomorrow in Leeds. I'm going to film there. Welcome back, Susie. So yeah, I'm going to film at Leeds tomorrow, I think. Oh yeah, Jace, is he still alive? Yeah, calisthenics. Yeah, I'll be doing some calisthenics. There's actually like there's a lat pull down machine there as well. So I'll be showing you there's monkey bars as well. I'll see if I can do it, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it with my weight. I've done it before, but I might be able to still do it on that one. It all depends on how far apart the like the rungs of it are. Because I remember there was the one at this other park, and it was hard for me to like. It felt like I'm just like, I try to get the swing, and then I'm trying to like. It's like getting all that stretch on the shoulders, and also trying to grip onto the bar, and you've got all this body weight. It's quite a challenge, but it's good for building grip strength, and even just dead hangs are good for grip strength. So it's probably the best body weight exercise for building your grip strength, or one of them anyway. I suppose dips are probably quite good for that as well, and yeah, things like that, because you're obviously gripping the bar. So anything where you're holding your body weight on a bar probably be good. Hi, Susanna, good to see you again. I'm jumping between both of you guys. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, what shall we do? I'm gonna do some. Right, let's do. I'm gonna do the one arm plank. So I'm gonna go for 30 seconds on each side. So you going live tonight, guys? Gravity Core Fitness. A few more seconds on this side. And let's switch over. And yeah, dips are quite hard when you're tall. Yeah, can do a few, but yeah, I was trying to do it with like good form earlier. I used about 5 reps. Did about 7, 8 reps before one time, but I didn't get the full depth, I don't think, because your tricep, your arms, they should be a bit, at least parallel to the bar. So if they're not parallel, then yeah, you're not gonna get the full stretch on the triceps. So you might not be growing them as efficiently. So yeah, just make sure that you can get all the way down, but I might as about a few reps on this kind of. It's not even a dip thing, but I just used it. It's kind of like 2 kind of like wooden kind of like poles, and I would just use it as a dip bar. So just kind of like improvise really, but there is a dip bar, parallel dip bar down a park near where I live. But I want to go to this place tomorrow, Leeds. It's a good place. I want to show it you. And if people live around that area, maybe they can go and see it as well. So yeah, okay, take care, Foxy. Yeah, so yeah, what else should I do? I don't know. Like I said, I might do some sit-ups. But like I said, I'm not really doing much of the. I did a bit of like I said, did a few dips earlier. Did a few neutral grip pull-ups. I find them quite difficult. Chin-ups a little bit easier because you're using more of your biceps. So it's actually a good compound exercise. Actually, is chin-ups, because you're working your lats, you're working your biceps at the same time. So yeah, I think they found that chin-ups are just as effective for building your biceps as doing bicep curls. I think because it's the same kind of motion you're doing where you're you're sort of like you're flexing your arms in that same way that you would with but you're also using the lats and some of the other like muscles in your back. So you're getting more like of a what you call like a compound, like some might call it synergistic or whatever. I wouldn't really use that word, but because to me synergy is like when 2 things combine to make a greater whole. For example, 1 + 1 equaling 3. Obviously that doesn't work in maths, but you know what I mean. But basically when you say like do whenever you're able to use multiple muscle groups at the same time, and you're getting more bang for your buck with that, really. You're able to do more in less time. So I think doing chin-ups might make more sense. Scapular retraction, yeah, you're getting that with in fact, there's a scapular pull-up as well as a scapular push-up. The scapular push-up is where you just do the top of the push-up, isn't it? Like this. So I could do some of these actually, because I've been like actually more mindfully like
retracting the scapula. I think because when I started doing the scapular push-ups like this, like you get more like, you know, the mind muscle connection and all that. You can just try and like squeeze to get more contraction. This exercise might look a bit stupid, but yeah, it's a good one for that. But yeah, that's something that it comes all the time, because when I used to do like push-ups, I wasn't mindful of the scapula. But yeah, hi Pete, how you doing? Are you doing it at 8:45? Yeah. Yeah, so there's scapular pull-ups where you're just doing like kind of the bottom of it, like where you're not like pulling yourself up all the way, you're just doing like the very like bottom like of the range, just to kind of target that muscle. That can help you to build strength. And then pull-up negatives as well could be good. So you just start from the top of the bar and then like slowly descend. Yeah, I think dead hangs as well could be good. You just build in. So the good thing about dead hangs is it can build. So I'm talking about grip strength. So because for some people, grip strength is the limiting factor, and that can, because then if you find that your grip like kind of fails before your back, then that can mean that you're not able to, you know, fully exhaust your back on each set. Of course, you could do straps, that could help, but you know, I think that it's good to work on your grip strength, because then you're able to work your grip and, you know, able to work your back at the same time, and that's not a limiting factor. So a lot of people just kind of maybe have a weak grip, but of course, like, you know, there is a time and a place for straps, but sometimes people can become too reliant on it, and then they have no grip strength, and then they rely on it to do, say, like, you know, deadlifts and stuff like that, which I think, you know, maybe it's a good idea to do it on them if you're trying to do a max lift or something like that. Just past 90 degrees. All right, I've just hurt my wrist doing diamond push-ups today. Oh no. Like, have you done a lot of them then, or what? I just say, like, one thing you could do that might help is parallettes. So, like, handles that you can grip onto, and then you can get like a deeper range of motion as well with it. Another option, if you want to do triceps, if you want to focus more on triceps, is the body weight skull crushers or body weight tricep extensions. That can be a good option for more isolating your triceps. So yeah, I did a short about that actually, the body weight skull crushers. So you could just find like a bar that's about kind of couple of feet high, and you just kind of like, maybe like a bike rack is a good example of that. And it's just kind of like the same kind of movement as a skull crusher, but I don't know, like some people say that they can get elbow pain doing skull crushers, but some say tricep extensions are better for them. But you just got to find what works for you. But I think dips are probably one of the best, like, overall development kind of things that you're getting like good bang for your buck. So pull-ups, dips, body weight rows, things like that. Just any kind of or even just using weights are good as well. But if you're going to try and keep it minimalist, stuff that you can do with just minimal equipment, then those are stuff I would recommend for upper body. So yeah, pull-ups, dips, body weight rows, those are going to target like a lot of your upper body muscles. Then for your abs, of course, you can just use crunches, leg raises, hollow body holds. Planks can be good for that, but the thing with planks, it starts to become more of an endurance, exercise once you get past a certain point. So you might want to look at adding weight to it or making it more difficult. Like I was just showing with like taking one of the limbs out of it, so it makes it more of a unilateral exercise, which means there's more. If you want to focus on your core, it's going to help get more core stability. Because when there's imbalance on one side, then you have to kind of compensate for that imbalance there. It's like, so yeah, it's just hollow body push-ups. Which one was that? In about Superman's. Now Superman's can be good for the back, but they're good like beginner exercise, but it might not be good if you're more advanced. A few years, you're kidding me, right? That's like way out in the future. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me, right? Yeah. A few years, my ass. Some people make me fucking laugh. Like, yeah. I mean, basically, to achieve his body, it's mainly just diet, really, and just is more high repetition stuff. But like, if I got like just dieted down, I could pretty much get that kind of body. Hi, Anton, you're right. Good to see you. What's it exactly? Also, shoulder strengthening, dude. Yeah, you're on about the single arm as well. I remember there was this exercise to like get good shoulders, which is, so I've got a bag of weights here, and you could just do like just like I remember someone showed me that one a while ago. So yeah. Yeah. So do you ever do lat pullovers? Because they're supposed to be good for like strengthening. I mean, sorry, stretch. We get lat stretch. But that's kind of like, I don't know if there's like a body weight variation of that. I'm guessing like I don't know. I suppose like the negative part of a pull-up or something, because you're getting that stretch, so you're on like when you're coming down, and if you focus on a slow negative and then you focus on that stretch at the bottom, and you could just like hold it there for a second, and then I don't know, like there's different things you can do. So some talk about like stretch mediated trophy and all that sort of stuff. But there's a video we did on Skull Crusher. Oh yeah, which one? You on about the weighted one? I'm gonna do a few bicep curls, I think. So yeah. Like people are saying, like you shouldn't just do it like this because it's not really like. Hang on. It's like you kind of just. It does feel quite easy doing it that way because it's like you're not. It's about where you're putting the stress on the muscle. But if you change the angle that you're doing it, like for example, there's a like way you could like do it, say like from a different kind of angle where it's to do with where you're putting tension on the bicep or whatever, but it's just it's not the best equipment. But I've got the bands actually. I could just use the resistance bands, so yeah. So just like try and do it like this. So it changes up the way that you're it becomes more of like a preacher curl doing it this way. Just more of like a 45-degree angle, something like that. And then we swap over and do the other side. I just want to like leave some in the tank for tomorrow because I've got gonna have a big workout tomorrow. Quite looking forward to that actually. 3 to 4 months of proper routines and diet. What do you mean? Yes, we use parallel. Yes, body weight headbanger. Oh yeah, I've heard about headbangers or. Those are like aren't they like a bicep exercise? Or are you thinking of Skull Crusher? There's exercise called headbangers, I think they're called, but they're like when you go up to like on a pull up and you just like you're doing kind of like if I remember it's like so you go up on the pull up bar instead of like doing pull ups vertically, you're doing it horizontally and you're doing like it looks like you're gonna like it's called that because it looks like you're gonna like hit your face into the bar, and that's good for like the more like isolating the biceps, I think. So it's like a body weight bicep exercise if you just want to focus on getting bigger biceps. But whereas like you said with Skull Crushers, it's more of a, I wouldn't say an isolation because it's still gonna, so you're gonna get some of like your upper chest and other like your shoulders in that, but I think it's mainly triceps because that's where I feel it on that Skull Crusher exercise that I was on about. So yeah, hope everyone's well tonight. What time we're on? Yeah, nearly 8:30. So yeah, there is pullaways. Yeah, is that the one you mean? Like, so some call them like headbangers, the bicep exercise. I was watching this channel, I don't know if you've ever seen it, it's called That's Good Money. So I watched some of their videos and kind of give you inspiration for different exercises, because all that calisthenic stuff, there's like there's no like weights in it and stuff. It's like they show you how to like get jacked with like. I'm questioning like some of these guys might not be natural. It does seem a bit sus. That being said, like I think like, not to sound racist or anything, but yeah, black guys tend to have it easier building muscle, I find. So yeah, they tend to get more jacked quite easily. I think it's just testosterone is higher. But there is a lot of guys that are not optimized for testosterone. Like if you're drinking a lot of beer, if you're doing other things that like not sleeping enough, eating crap that's estrogenic and just like, and a lot of stress in your life, that's gonna impact it. So just gave a shout out to you, Jamie, on Jace's channel. When he stops, hope it gets more views. Cool, yeah, hopefully. Right, Optimal family, good to see you again. How are you doing? No body weight skull crushers. Do you mean, is that what you're on about, that you're talking about? Body weight skull crushers? Or what we're talking about now? Or you're on about pullaways? It's like, well, skull crushers are a push exercise, right? Well, basically, triceps is push, biceps is pull. Yeah, but yeah, it's just because yeah, what is it? Biceps is flexion and triceps extension. I remember, what was it? Freaking what is it? Dr. Mike, freaking Renaissance periodization. Like, he was saying some bullshit like, I don't know, he was saying something that, what was it? Some kind of exercise. Was it barbell rows or something like that? Some kind of exercise where we were saying it's a good tricep exercise, or the other way around. I can't remember, but it was like, really? Like, where are you getting that from? It's like he's just pulling shit out of his ass. So I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily trust that guy, to be honest. There's a lot of like kind of fitness charlatans, shall we say. You know, they're just there like promoting their apps and shit like that, but they act like they're they have so much more knowledge, and they're trying to just overcomplicate things deliberately. When the truth is, it's a lot more simple than they'll have you believe. You know, unless you're like at steroid levels of muscle, then you don't need to even fucking pay attention to any of that shit. And a lot of it's just bullshit anyway. I wouldn't really recommend following a lot of these people, because they're just, all they care about is money. They don't care about actually just giving advice to the general person that's gonna, because this is what like, because I remember there was this feud between, I don't necessarily like Greg Doucette that much either, but he actually destroyed him in that debate, and it's just, yeah. Because the thing is, it's like with people like Dr. Mike, is that they're acting like some kind of smart ass that's so intelligent, and they're just putting out a lot of convoluted nonsense that's just going to put off a lot of people, if anything. It's like, oh, well, this is too complicated, I just like can't even be bothered. If you just teach people just like progressive overload and just, you know, training close to or at failure, just like, yeah, just do some supersets, just try and, yeah, basic things like that, really. Hang on. Really focus on compound lifts, rest between sets, a couple of minutes maybe, something like that. Just focus on nutrition, diet. Just try and get the basics down. So what is it? Focus on the basics and get 95% of the results. You don't need to have all this convoluted nonsense in your training, because all it's going to do is just, like I said, I think even I was maybe overcomplicating things a bit tonight. Like we're talking about the stretch and all that. It's like, yeah, you know, it's just that, yeah, some people can take things a bit too kind of seriously. And yeah, it's like when people talk about like, you know, slow negatives and all that, and then turns out that they're actually, as long as you like control the negative, then it's probably not necessary to do super slow negatives. As long as you have some control over the weight that you're using, then because it's more about safety really than anything. But some say it's better for like time under tension, but you could argue that if you're doing like more reps with like faster tempo, then you could still get the same result. Ultimately, you're just trying to like fatigue the muscles, and both approaches probably work. It's just that if you're doing faster tempo with higher weight, then it's probably gonna you more likely get injured doing it that way. But yeah, I hope everyone's well tonight. Thank you all for joining me. Share this out if you can. That'd be really appreciated. But yeah, I'm not gonna absolutely fucking kill myself tonight because like I said, I've got a big workout tomorrow. I'm so looking forward to it. Gonna absolutely just like, yeah. Great stream I got to go. Yeah, you take care. What was your name again? But yeah, I'll let you do what you gotta do. Minute. But yeah, it's been good to go live again. I've just been really just focusing on positive things really. Like I said, I've got some plans for the future. Gonna try and get them in action pretty soon. So yeah, like I said, I want to try and get a garage. Just buy a garage. Just live in that. That might sound crazy, but I think it'd be great content as well because it'd be great to inspire people, and people love that kind of stuff. That seeing people live different ways, and that showing that people don't have to live this way that we've been told. It's like, oh, you have to save up loads of money to buy a house. It's like you could literally, for the deposit that you would buy a house, just buy a freaking garage. You have very limited costs of running it. You could get yourself a freaking solar generator to generate power to charge your devices up and things like that. And then you could just do bits of stuff to make a bit of money. You could do what you enjoy doing. You could start up your own channel like I do. I started getting monetized on here, so you could start doing whatever you want. Street performing. You could start your own website and start selling things. It's up to you what you want to do, but it all ultimately has to be what you want. Don't listen to what other people tell you should be doing with your life, because it's not up to them, it's up to you at the end of the day, isn't it? No one can tell you what you should be doing with your life. Only you know what's right for you. So yeah, just if you can just save yourself up a few thousand, you're good to go. A lot of people, that if they make the right kind of savings, that you can do that within a few months, a year, depending on how aggressively you save money. If you just take out a second job maybe, or just become more frugal with your spending, start shopping at cheaper shops instead, look around for bargains, and just do that for a while, get the money together, get yourself that, or maybe if you got a cabin or something like that, or whatever it might be, just do that, So I was actually thinking of getting a cabin, but maybe I'll just get a garage. Because, so with cabins, it's like if you're getting land, then you need permissions and shit like that. So it's like you have to buy the land first, and then when am I doing another stream with Jace? I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to what the future is going to bring. And I've had a bit of a down period, to be honest with you. I don't know what it was. I think maybe it's partly the weather that we've had, and yeah, it's been shit, and just all this stuff going on in my life. Just I've been kind of like overthinking a lot and just feeling kind of down, but I've been kind of got my mind back on what I need to get it onto, which is about building the future that I want for myself. Because whatever you focus on, you're gonna then sort of start to create more of that. It's gonna get you in a more positive state. stop focusing on or what you don't have. Focus on the feeling that you would have by having that thing, and you start to align yourself with that reality that you want. And then, you receive the abundance. It has to do with the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is very powerful. It's something like 95% of your brain's activity is subconscious. It's going on without you even being aware of it. It's like involuntary. It's like this, but you can actually be in control of it though, by consciously, sort of writing things into it of like abundance. And because when you have a abundance mindset, then naturally you're going to start to see more of that in your life. So yeah, so that's what you need to do, because we'll have a lot to be grateful for. A lot of people think, oh, I'm broke. It's like, well, who says that you're broke? Like, oh, I've only got so much in my bank account. What, because you look at your bank account and it says there's £200 in there, okay, whatever it might be. I'm broke. Well, by saying that, then you're just perpetuating that, aren't you? You are, whatever you believe to be true, you perpetuate it. Instead of saying, I only have £200 in my bank, I'm broke, whatever, say, I have an abundance of money. I've access to infinite money. Hello, Cara, what's up? Good to see you. Hope you're well tonight. I have an abundance of money. I have infinite wealth. If I want money, I can get it. It's just because you might have £200 in your bank account, so what? I can get another £200, another £200 for infinity. It's just about programming your mind to believe that, because where there's a will, there's a way. And I'll buy then, Cara. Where there's a will, there's a way. If you really want to, if you believe in that, then yeah. I don't know, maybe that video that I made about getting older sucks or whatever, like maybe that isn't really a good idea, because then it's like, maybe it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I've been learning about like how, what you believe to be true will fulfill itself in the future. So be careful what you believe in, because it can be a curse or a blessing depending on what you believe to be true. So yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna just try and get on the travels soon. As soon as this weather starts to improve a bit. Welcome back, Lewis. How are you doing? Hope all is well with you. So yeah, just talking about abundance mindset and all that, and yeah, so I've been like kind of changing up my mindset lately on people like, oh, I don't have this money or whatever. It's like, people need to stop like thinking like that. There's money all around you. It's like, and there's people all around you with money, right? Let's say, oh, I don't have enough money to do such and such. Well, if you really want it that bad, what do? You join up with somebody else that has the money. Let's say, for example, oh, I need such an amount of money to like, I don't know, get into property or whatever, property investing, let's say, but you don't have enough to go alone. Well, guess what? You just join up with somebody else. And you could probably find like people to do joint ventures with, and that way you can actually have the money that you need to get started. So yeah, there's things like that, and there's also abundance of ways that you can make money. And a lot of them aren't even that difficult, like renting out a spare room, for example, or things that you can do like quite passively. It's about believing in yourself. There's even things like free food, like there was this app that I've been using to get free food, So it's about, like I said, the abundance mindset. You start to see abundance everywhere. Things start to come up in my reality where I'm like, oh wow, okay. I didn't know this was a thing. Like, and if you're lucky, you can maybe find people where you can just crash at their place. Like, you just, it's like you've got to just believe that it's even possible. Because if you don't believe it's possible, then it's not going to be, is it? Then it's like whatever you believe to be true, to a degree, will be true. Because it's like if you don't believe that there's anyone to like, sort of help you, then maybe I don't know. So maybe that last video I made that was a bit negative because I was talking about, maybe it's because deep down I feel like nobody's really gonna, there isn't really any help out there or something, and maybe that's a mindset that I need to shift because that can hold you back, and maybe like it's like you'll get that vibrational match of like certain people in your life. Like, for example, if you're a needy person, you'll get that kind of vibrational match in your life, like the needy type of people, like these toxic people, just like, yeah, it's like you'll get like, or you'll get people to try to prey on you as well. So it's about trying to raise your vibration up and then become more confident, more positive, more high self-esteem, and then start to attract better people into your life. So that's something that I kind of like look at my channel as kind of like a diary of things, of thoughts and things like that. So I can look back and then learn from these experiences and be like, I've kind of like changed my mind. I did talk a while ago about people leaving the UK to find prosperity elsewhere, but I'm kind of having second thoughts about that. Like, it's like if you believe that you need to leave the UK to be prosperous, then well, that's true then because you believe in it. Because you don't believe that it's possible. So it's like if you believe it to be possible that you can do well in the UK, then you can. There is ways of making your living costs cheaper. What's this? I'd feel awkward crashing at a stranger's house and don't think I'd sleep properly. Yeah, but it depends on the. I mean, of course, that's just one example. I mean, it all depends. Like, it might not be like a total stranger, but like you've just gotta. I don't know. Like, I actually stayed at someone's house once, but it wasn't like a complete stranger. But yeah, yeah, there is like possible issues that can happen, but like you could like rent stuff out. You could rent out your room and stuff like that. Makes your living costs cheaper. But it all depends on what you want to do. Or like I said, you can just go buy a garage. And the thing is, we also need to change our mindset on money and how much we even need. Because it's like, money is kind of like an illusion, really. It's like people bought into this idea that money has some kind of intrinsic value, but really it doesn't. Money's just a tool though, but it's like, it can go up and down in value. Mainly goes down in value over time. Yeah, I was looking at some for like 10, 15, 20 grand, something like that. So literally like a deposit for a house, basically. So for a deposit on a house, then you could buy a garage. Yeah, there's some stuff that you need to maybe install in there, like some insulation perhaps, but overall it's going to be a lot cheaper than living in a house. Like, some people even literally live in storage units. That might sound pretty grim, but like, if you're happy with that, then who says you have to not do that, Of course, it's a bit dodgy because you probably don't have permission to do that. Depending on where you live, for most places, they're not actually like permitted to do that. Why don't you buy a caravan? The problem with caravans is that you have to put it somewhere. So where are you going to put it? Because if you put it on, say, like a plot, how much is that going to cost a month? They're usually about £300 a month or whatever. Of course, that includes council tax and stuff to a degree, whatever, but it's, yeah, it's not very cheap, is it? What's the point then? It's like you're paying almost as much as rent just to have it on there. Then you have to pay for the caravan, or you own your own land, which then you've got to then get permission to park it on there. So it's just going to end up costing a lot of money. And the thing with caravans is that they're not going to last forever. Like you can't. It's like if you try to sell a caravan, it's probably yeah. You know, it's going to lose a lot of value as well. That's another issue with it. So that can, yeah, be a bit of a, not a very good investment. I would suggest like focusing on appreciating assets really. Like, you know, if you buy, for example, like one of these like McLarens and all that bullshit, they're going down in value for the most part. In fact, they're always pretty much going down in value. Let's say you bought it and it was like, I don't know, 500,000. As soon as it goes out the shop, it's down to 400,000. Probably loses 20% value just as soon as, or even just as soon as you get in the car. Yeah, very true actually. Yeah, you got to think about all these things. Cause I see all this stuff about like tiny homes, like, you know, these prefab homes, right? Hello, Catherine. How are you doing? Good to see you again. So prefab homes that are like, oh, it's 10 grand, it's 20 grand. Oh, that's cool, but there's a lot of other costs involved though. Like hidden costs and things. And not only that, where the fuck are you going to put it? Like, because yeah, you could put it on your own land or whatever, but then again, it comes down to permissions. It's bullshit. Like, why can't you just park it on your own land? It's just, yeah. But I've heard like Elon Musk has come out with some like of these prefab homes. I'm doing great. That's good to hear. So apparently Elon Musk has come out with some prefab homes or something. Not too bad, thank you, Catherine. Yeah, just had to have a bit of time out, but I've been feeling good. Yeah, just to try to be positive and look up, and yeah, so try and make this year the best of my life, because yeah, it's time to really get my shit together. But good news, like my channel's monetized and all that and everything, so just yeah, because I've actually got a payout into my AdSense a few days ago, so yeah, I've got to wait to get to the £60 threshold to get it into my bank. So yeah, because they only do direct bank transfer, don't they, on YouTube? At least then you don't get like all this cut from, say, like PayPal or whatever. But it's a bit late. But how was your Christmas? Not too bad, thank you. How about yours? Did you see any family or anything? Yeah, so yeah, one of my videos is absolutely like, yeah, it's getting quite a bit of traction on it. I see 348 views, so yeah, that's like more than my average video. So it's good to see that my videos have been getting pushed out more. It's just about consistency, really, and it's like if you start putting videos out a lot, then the algorithm will start to pick it up and start kind of knowing like who to push it out to. So yeah, didn't see any family, but it was good. All right, okay, well, yeah, do you not see any family then, or you're not close with any family members at all? That'd be a bit of a shame, but some people don't really get on with their family, do they? And some people feel like they're forced to see them even though they don't really like them. So yeah, it can be good for some people, like bringing family together, but then for some people, like they hate it. So it's one of those things, isn't it? But yeah, I've been feeling a lot more positive. I don't know if it's because the weather's gotten a bit better. I don't know.
I'm not really that bothered about the weather, but it's just I just had some stuff on my mind and felt a bit like disheartened and but I've just kind of had a bit of a change of perspective of things, and that's really been helping me with feeling more positive, and yeah, things seem to be looking on the up, and yeah, it's just my mindset's been more okay. Let's try and get things in place with the travels, with the possibly, like I said, getting a garage or some kind of unit that I could just go and live in, because then that could be like it's just that, yeah, I did see something about like when the sun comes out we all feel better. Yeah, it does help. We haven't had like that much sun, but it's been a bit milder today. No, it's been noticeably milder. It's been odd because it's like it got to about 10 degrees, but yet there's still been these like lumps of snow, like ice, been kind of lingering, but almost all of that's gone now. But there's these clumps of it probably from when people were building snowmen, I guess, and there's still these clumps of it. They take a long while to shift, don't they? Then a lot of the time, unless it gets a lot of rain, but last few weeks are horrible. Yeah, it has been. It's been pretty like nasty. There's like cold snap that we've had, but that's just the not so great British weather. But I understand like that can make people want to leave the UK, but yeah, I mean the British summers can be all right, but it'd be good to like travel like winter time maybe. Like you could like always say do travel to like Southeast Asia, for example, or somewhere where it's quite cheap cost of living. But then again, I don't know. Or you could, I think even like Spain and all them, you can travel quite cheap there. Yeah, I don't have any pets now. I'm just on my own. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. Like, I just don't really. I'm not really that bothered about getting pets. Yeah. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. Yeah, Jeremy, how old were you when you started living on your own? Probably what, 20, 25, I think it was. Was it 25? Yeah, 25, technically, yeah. But I was in like a sort of, like a shared house for a while. But I had my own kind of room. It was kind of like a dorm type of situation. It was like in a supported living arrangement, but I don't really get that much support. I don't even need it. It's just kind of whatever. It's just like this fucking autism shit, really. What's your favorite animal? I don't know. Favorite animal? I don't know, really. Like, I quite like songbirds and stuff like that, like blackbirds and stuff like that, really. Like, when it's like, it'd be good, like, because it'd be like, cause it's a spring and you hear them all, like, kind of like doing their songs, and they do different songs every time. It's like, anyway, I'm gonna probably restart this. Yeah, gonna start up a new one, guys. So I'll see you in a sec.